Hey, what's up? This is Jim from Jägermeister. It's Saturday at Bloodstock, and I'm here with Cam from 3 Inches of Blood. How's your Bloodstock going, sir?
Bloodstock is going very, very well.
And it's still sunny, which is always good.
Can't complain. I like to see some nice weather.
And you're telling me you're from a pretty rainy city as well. I mean, where's home for you? Canada, right?
I live in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and it's a temperate rainforest, and we get rain almost constantly, except this past July, we didn't have rain for the whole month, which was a record.
So global warming's good for something, right?
Sure. I mean, after like 2 weeks, I was like, can we get a little bit of rain, please? Like, I don't. Even though wasn't very hot, my tolerance to temperature change is very low, so I like very middle of the road stuff. So anything above like 25 degrees was like, it's too warm.
Anything too low, not too pleasant.
You know, I have a small dog who doesn't handle heat very well, so I can walk him around the block and he's already like overheating. And
What kind of dog have you got?
I have a French bulldog.
Oh, awesome. They're like the cutest dogs.
Yeah, they are the best dogs. They're the best temperament. I love my dog.
What made you choose a French bulldog, though?
He was a rescue, actually. My wife worked at a hotel that somehow this dog was brought onto the property one night, and no one ever claimed it, and we adopted it. We already had 3 cats, and if you're a cat owner that has never had dogs, get a French bulldog, because they're the most even-tempered and they will adjust to your pets very well.
So they all get on. It's like happy family of animals.
Like, we've had our dog for 5 years now, and we just got a kitten last year, and after 2 days the kitten was like comfortable with the dog because he's got very good energy, and he knows the cat knows, okay, he's not gonna hurt me. And that's probably very rare because dogs are the natural predators to cats. So
I love that how everyone else in this press area is talking about like metal and stuff.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the weather and cats and dogs.
yeah, it's something a little different, but it's refreshing.
Does it get a little bit boring, just sort of like the same questions over and over again?
Well, it all depends on the person asking the questions.
So how am I doing?
Very well.
Oh, that's always good. You're the
Yeah.
first person to say that today, so that's a result.
I like to get the questions that I'm not prepared for or that I'm like stumped by, so that's fine. That means you've done your research or you're being very original. So
Well,
I appreciate that.
in the spirit of that, if you were an animal, what would you be?
Went to the counter with your, the cash that you'd earned yourself, so you pay per hour or whatever. I said, right, I'll have this one, please.
It's a tough
See,
question.
these are the kinds of questions I like because they're hard and they require some thought. So, like, you're talking about like a spirit animal or something like that?
Yeah. What would your internal spirit animal be?
I'm a bull. Very hard-headed. I'm very stubborn. I guess that's just my zodiac sign. I'm a Taurus, so I'm very, very stubborn. It frustrates my wife to no end at how stubborn I am, but she still loves me.
Well, that's the main thing, right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'm just glad I'm not wearing red. That's all I can say. And have you ever seen 3 Inches of Blood? Like in a cup or a beaker?
Maybe like on the ground, but not like in a receptacle of any kind. I've seen it like on the floor in like a small concentrated area.
So like the diameter or the circumference would be 3
Yeah,
inches.
something like that, but never like in a like that. It's more like spread out as opposed to like floor to whatever.
ceiling.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a lot.
I always figured it was kind of strange, like when, you know, musicians die in like a pool of their own blood, or like, it take a lot of blood to fill a bowl, surely. That's just my personal take on that.
It doesn't take a lot of blood to drown, though. Apparently, it only takes about 3 inches
I see what you did there.
to drown
That was
in a
good.
pool of your own blood, or of any liquid, for that matter. Like an infant can die in a very small pool of blood, or of any liquid.
So really, you could have gone with 3 inches of Dr. Pepper as a name, for example.
Or Iron Brew.
Are you a fan of the Iron Brew?
I don't mind it. It's a little bit. I don't do the sugary drinks too much, but I would take Iron Brew over a lot of other stuff.
Apparently, when they used to make it, and this I think is an urban legend, it used to be made with shavings of iron. So I mean, that's pretty metal as a drink goes, right? So I should just say, please don't sue us, Iron Brew, for saying that. Urban legends, fine.
No, that's pretty cool though.
And a lot of people will always ask you, like, oh, what's the best show you've ever played? What in recent memory stands out to you as the worst show you've ever played?
Well, that's pretty hard because we're always on the top of our game.
So I'm guessing it was when you started out, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't want to brag, but in all seriousness, we take a lot of pride in our live show. I think days like today really test our constitution. When we've gotten up really early, we were in Finland yesterday, and we got up very, very early to catch a couple of planes, and then drive here to play at a relatively early hour from a festival standpoint. So, but it's like something we've done before. We get up or we gotta get an overnight drive, and it's happened in Europe. It's happened in the U.S. and Canada. We gotta drive overnight or fly or whatever, and not really get much sleep. It's just something you got to do because that's what happens. And when it really comes down to it, as soon as you hit the stage, it's like you've got all the energy you need because you're there for one purpose, and that's kind of what we do.
Is it hard to come down from that high, though? Like, when you just come off stage, like, how do you just sort of relax?
Well, the most dangerous part, I think, is playing early in the day like we did today, and we've got, like, some alcohol at our disposal, and we've kind of got to pace ourselves. So that's probably the most dangerous part, because once we've got off stage, we're like, yeah, this is awesome. We played a great show. We feel really good, but it's still, we're like, it's not even dinner time yet. So everyone's feeling really good, but there's the temptation to really go overboard, and you kind of gotta, just pump the brakes a little bit.
I mean, how do you keep it interesting? Because I'd imagine it must get a bit like Groundhog Day after a while.
Not really. I mean, we're from Canada. We don't really have the festival scene like you've got over here in the UK and in Europe. So we're not used to this whole vibe. For us, it's like we come over here and it's kind of an escape.
Like a holiday, almost.
A little bit, yeah, but we're also playing, so we're like, all right, cool. We're going to play like a cool show in front of tons of people. and then afterwards you get to hang out, and we get to see a bunch of people we know, because there's almost always people in other bands that we've toured with or played with or that we know that are here. So it's like, all right, cool. We'll hang out with them, and just, if you're playing early especially, it's like, all right, cool, we'll go see what so-and-so's up to. We'll go check out this guy's band at this stage at this time, and just, support our friends.
I mean, if you had to...
Just have a good time, that's it. We're here to have a good time.
Absolutely. Well, that's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
If you had to have 3 things that you took on tour with you, what 3 essential things would they be?
Clean underwear.
Always a good start.
Well, clean underwear and socks. I'll throw that into one.
That's undergarments. That's fine.
Water. Gotta have water. A lot of water. And as long as you get enough booze to drink, then you can make the party happen.
Amen to that, brother. Thank you.